Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Worlds Collide Final Fantasy VI Randomizer on SpeedGaming. I'm joined here by Elastoid and Yogi the Monk, and it's going to be a real fun race. We're doing a preview for the upcoming SG Live tournament. So the flags you're seeing on here are a preview of what you can expect to see during the course of the upcoming SG Live tournament.
Absolutely. They have been modified to increase the length of the seed because we wanted to make sure that everyone would have a chance to get in there and donate. So it is a longer than it's going to be common, but there are a couple features that are being debuted here. Starting with there's a goodie bag that you're starting with this time.
Yep,
Yeah.
and that's 3 high-tier items right at the start of the game. They just start the game up and they just get them for free. Also, they're starting with 10 Phoenix Downs, 10 Warp Stones, probably some tools, and 2 Magicites right off the bat. And 2 characters, one of which is Go-Go. I mean, yeah, Go-Go. I always want to call him Zozo for some reason, but it's Go-Go.
Yeah, Go-Go, he joins, he's got Zone Eater as a check. It makes sense.
Okay, so we'll just need a second as Javinator's game crashed, so just another minute to get set up here.
Absolutely. Meantime, if you are a viewer and you are interested in affecting the race, you will have the ability to do so by donating, as these racers are going to be forced to do any check that you donate $3 or more to have them check. I think I have a link.
Yeah, so it's just our experimental take on the crowd control that's so popular with Link to the Past. So instead of I don't know, taking rupees away or removing gravity, we're forcing people to go through a burning house. I think it sounds pretty reasonable.
Absolutely. So I'm going to be tracking all the available checks for each runner. So you're going to be able to see essentially what everybody has. We know that they're starting with Go-Go, so Go-Go's check is currently filled out. At any point, if one of y'all donates $3, you're going to be able to force one of these runners to do one of the available checks. If you haven't put it in the comment for your donation, go ahead and let us know in chat what you're trying to get done.
Yeah, so just as a heads up, we've got $3 in already from Keith McRocks for the Kefka and Arsh check. So always a good time.
Oh yeah. Have to. Did he say which runner has to do the Kefka and Arsh check?
I don't think so. So let's just do dealer's choice. Let's make Javinator do it.
Looks like they're starting up, and I saw an Economizer, a Pearl Lance, and an Atma weapon in the inventory, and a Mog with X Magic and very high magic power at 51.
They're starting with Mog. So one of the things that can be checked that's unfortunately not on the tracker is the Moogle defense. So if you're interested in seeing that tends to be a long check and not necessarily something they're going to lean towards. If you're interested in seeing somebody forced to do that check, go ahead and donate. Let us know.
Once headed to Returner's Cave, while the other 2 runners are going to check out Narsh. I saw big money in Narsh, about 22,000 gold, and haven't seen too much in Returner's Cave yet.
Yeah, gold hairpin can be pretty good for selling early, but yeah, it's just mostly trash to cash out.
Absolutely. I mean, there is one aspect of the gold hairpin that might matter here, which is that you have the Coliseum rewards are vanilla. So gold hairpin does become a dragon horn if you need it to be. In a pinch, that can be useful, although you'd really have to be in a pinch to want to do that.
Yeah, so earrings in the Narsh relic shop, and that's always a good find. Especially because the item distribution is a little different this time around. I think you did random tiered for the flags.
That's a really interesting sale for Jets Rock. Sold the ammo weapon already. That's surprising to me.
That is a bold move. I mean, I understand it's good to have gold early, and Jex, it looks like he knows what he wants, and more specifically what he doesn't. He does not think that any of his characters are going to necessarily be wielding that ammo weapon.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a mistake, especially when you consider that with force checks, people are going to be higher level than they normally would be. So. But we'll see how it turns out.
Also, in the flags, we've got 50% chance for anyone to equip anything. So your non-natural ammo weapon users have a 50% shot at actually just being able to use it.
So Schwann's checking the basement of the old man's house in South Figaro and finding a flame shield, so it's a pretty nice pickup.
Yeah, not a chest that people always go for, so when it rewards you, you feel like you got something that others don't. It looks like Jex is already getting started with the Zone Eater check, so we're gonna not allow donations for that one right now. Does anyone just force auction house? Well, I mean, if you want to donate, you absolutely can. Once they enter Kefka's tower, incidentally, you will no longer be able to donate to force them to do checks outside. However, for $5 donations, you will be able to force either Atma or one of the two remaining dragons. Meanwhile, right now, actually I should have noted, right now they have Y remove on. So there are actually several checks that are available.
Oh no, Jex didn't save!
That is very
and
unfortunate.
Jex getting squashed by the ceiling. You hate to see that. Gonna be a little bit behind now. He might need help from donors.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I understand that you gotta go fast, but if that floor is ever get greased, it's a huge time loss.
Jex, as far as I can see, is the only one who's actually started on any of the checks. So getting potentially a little bit of a lead, though potentially not.
Alright, so Schwann's finding a Genji shield, so that's nice because you can learn Genji 3 from it. It's nice because you can sell it. It really is worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Hefe with some great advice on always save every save point.
There's a Genji glove further down the line as well. Oh, that is expensive Magicite.
Okay.
Pearl in one of the random barrels in South Figaro for Jevinator. Probably everyone. It's nice to have for Doomgaze.
Yeah, it looks like Schwann's checked the Esper at the Zen Merchant, and it's expensive. Nobody's forcing him to grab that yet, though.
Yeah, you can always swing by during a Will of Ruin trip and get the Apocalypse discount.
I knew I was forgetting something. I was forgetting Edgar.
That's right, picking up the third Matt signing. They started with 2, so it picks up Madeline as the third.
Javinator just obliterating the guy blocking the road in South Figaro, so we're gonna go through this backwards.
Interesting approach. Can't disagree. Looks like Schwantz is going to start with the Narsh weapon shop And Jex looks like he's close behind. Yeah, so it's not why remove, it's why vanish X zone, which was a request to make sure that there wouldn't be any, like, just random killing of all the civilians in the town.
Oh, that's nice. So, Jack's opting for the Ragnarok instead of the Magicite.
That's an interesting idea.
The curse shield seems pretty low. I don't think I've seen a ribbon pick up, or a peace ring, so it'll still be a little annoying to decurse, but gosh, the paladin shield is well worth it.
It absolutely can be.
Schwant's picking up Ramu instead of Ragnarok, so varied decisions there. And in the flags, there's a flag that I think it gives you spells based on how powerful the Esper is. So Ramu is pretty early, so I don't know that there's going to be too great of spells on it.
So the spells are random tiered, which just means that the preferred spells are going to be less common. So high tier magic like Ice 3 or something is more likely to or is less likely to appear rather than just regular fire, ice, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we've seen a Bolt 3 at ×1 off of the starting Espers, but not much else that's too exciting. But, I mean, Bolt 3 and level 40 will get you all the way home, so...
No, I don't plan this Y flag too much, but what all does that open up? It opens up the weapon shop and Rust Red and Zozo? Anything else?
It opens up anything that's blocked by a door, like or an NPC essentially that can be removed. So that also includes Edgar's checks. The throne will be empty, but Edgar will, like you can do the tentacle check and you can do the dragon and the what you call it, the Odin's throne. Incidentally, the dragons are available as things that can be donated for. So, if you want to force somebody to do a dragon, all 6 of the dragons are theoretically accessible. One can go into Phoenix Cave and trek down to kill that thing. One can go all the way up Strago, the Fanatics Tower, and kill that dragon. It just would not be fun. Well, it might be fun for you guys.
We've got another donation here. It's from Keith saying Schwantz has to do the auction house.
Forcing Schwantz to go against his preferred grain. It looks like Javnator is doing the Moogle. The Moogle battle.
Probably just gonna get that out of the way before someone donates for it.
That's an interesting strategy, to do the really bad checks because you know somebody's gonna make you do them anyway. So this race is just an example of, or it's the beginning of what's going to be the SG Live tournament. The donations here are contributing to the prize pool for that event. So if you're interested in joining Worlds Collide tournament and potentially winning some money, definitely Worlds Collide it's a way to go, and you can anything that you donate today may go towards that prize pool. You might win it back.
Looks like Javinator wanted some experience in this Moogle defense, but only found level 80 magics and wants no part of that. away from all of them and just engage the boss.
They're running low on available checks. Interestingly enough, I haven't seen anybody do Lone Wolf. Orogs at this, or Ogors, certainly not the easiest thing to run into right now. Definitely carries a risk of becoming zombies, as 2 party members already have. Javinator potentially into some trouble here.
It could be all ogre for somebody.
To answer Echo Bowser, there is no limit to the amount of chests that you can use.
Javinator's in some big trouble here.
How much to stop the puns? I don't know that there's enough money. So Gogo, it turns out, can wield the Ragnarok sword, but, I mean, do you want him to?
Yeah, soft numb, you would have to work a lot of overtime to pay for that.
Now, are you able to add throw to Gogo's commands because one of these Moogles has it?
I don't actually know how that works. That's interesting.
That is interesting. I'm curious, because that would actually make this into a really awesome check if all of a sudden Gogo just had throw.
Oh, this is such a brutal check.
Yeah, the Schwantz is going to see the bad news. And we have, Javinator still trying.
Javinator started out with Pearl Rod, and I think he was trying to mimic it and have multiple Pearl Rods, but along the way, he used other items to de-zombify people.
But yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, like, the mimic chain, always a good thing to get going, but... Oh, did he just use a Revivify on himself? Oh, the Schwantz. He accidentally used the Revivify on the wrong person. And we've got, it looks like Dex is just going to take some fights.
Phew, Javinator barely making it through that.
But Javinator does make it through, and that's going to be huge. He's got Strago now, so that will allow him to, if he wants, you know, break into, break into Burning House.
Yep, Burning House, Haydn, and Fanatics Tower, all now available for Javinator, although none of them are particularly fast checks. Fanatics Tower is peekable, so you can kind of see the.
Yep, Strago checks generally considered to be the worst. However, you know, Burning House might not be the worst idea. Get some levels under his belt.
I think it might be faster to just look at the dialogue box for the tutorial guy instead of just zapping him, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think Javnator's used to playing with Y remove, where you can get rid of those guys who are just sort of in the way. I know when I was testing these flags, it was a frequent instance where I'd remove someone and then curse out loud because I'd forget that, oh yeah, it's going to take an hour to remove you. I wasn't saving any seconds. Although, Keith may be correct. It might just be about sending a message to that NPC.
Javinator checking out the town of Albrook, checking out the shops, and picking up a few barrels of items. Nothing too exciting so far.
Yeah, heavy emphasis on items at this point. Looks like Schwantz is reattempting this Moogle check. Jex, meanwhile, I think he's just trying to power up.
Javinator picks up a dragon boots, or maybe two, and also a Genji glove was for sale, but he does pick up some dragon boots, allowing one of his characters to obtain the jump command.
Looks like he's going. Javinator's going hard into earrings, though. This makes sense with the X Magic command. If he's got some good spells, he might make use of them. But I think he's going to go into the Coliseum. We just saw him setting Blitz to all of Gogo's abilities. Yep, Gogo is going to be his Coliseum champion.
Jack's finding a gauntlet for sale. Not interested in pairing that with the Ragnarok, though. Probably more interested in finding another Ragnarok.
Yeah, you hear that siren song of the Genji glove.
And there is a flag that will give Javinator a free high-tier item if he wins a Coliseum match. Just as like a bonus. I wouldn't go there just for that.
I suppose I can... Okay.
Well, the Dragon Horn will be a good pickup. One character can at least be a Dragoon with the Pearl Lance.
And the Illumina comes out. That was the reward for completing the Coliseum. So, makes sense that Javinator would come here for this.
Is Javinator trying to pick up a sniper as well?
He grabbed a hero ring.
A hero ring, okay. Yeah, that is definitely worth pairing with either Illumina or Ragnarok.
Yeah, Genji glove plus Illumina and either like Atma weapon. I actually like. I like getting the because there's no crit for the second one, and then the Atma weapon gets past that bug there.
Yeah, so it looks like Javinator is kind of just very deliberately sort of stacking these characters to be able to just rip through a bunch of checks really fast.
Not a bad plan when at any given point anybody can force a check on you. Like, he's not going to want to do a check like Magi or rather the Fanatics Tower, but he might be forced to do so. So he's gonna make sure his party's extra strong and has the levels to get that accomplished. I don't think he's aware that he is way ahead, having gotten through that Moogle defense. But he is the only one who has a third character at this point.
by Vanish Exo is Meditech Factory.
Yes, Javinator making full use of that that ability.
Usually a Celeste check. First two, it actually has 3 checks, and the first 2 can't be characters, but the third one can.
Yeah, it's possible to wire move through the bosses, but then you don't get the stuff for killing the bosses. And also, if you were to wire move through the boss, somebody could make you go back and do that check. Has anyone been forced to do Fanatics Tower yet? No. As far as I know, nobody has donated for that yet. And Javinator is capable of going to do that.
Jacksprout getting through the Moogle defense, going to pick up Strago, and I don't think we mentioned this, but Strago has Blitz.
Yes, Blitz, absolutely a potent ability. Certainly one that you like to see, especially when you have Go-Go, and when you have Bum Rush, you're going to be able to duplicate it. So we're going to see if Jex Warp Stone's out after the first 2 checks. I wouldn't expect him to do so, or rather Javinator. Although if he does, once again, it is possible to donate to make him go back and do it.
Yep, and again, this is a very longer than usual flag set. They need 7 characters and 15 medicines from Kefka.
It looks like there was a donation to get Jex to go into Phoenix Cave and kill the dragon. So, Edgic, I gotta ask you, if you're in a race like this, does this change your strategy at all for which checks to do?
I think I'm still gonna try to knock out like as much of the faster ones.
Oh, Jeff left. Oh yeah, because Jeff, he was told to do Kefka at Narsh. He's doing that. So yeah, he's gonna go do Kefka at Narsh. He can be forced back into Magitech.
Do they have to stop what they're doing and immediately go do
They're allowed to finish the check that they're on.
Yeah, Kefka at Narsh, not usually something you want to do with only 3 characters, so one of them has to sit out. So whatever the boss is there, Javinator's going to have to fight it with only 2 people, and then I mean, fortunately, the only upside to this is that the Mog Lone Wolf check is right close by afterwards.
Yeah, it is. It is strange. Like, if Lone Wolf turns out to be Terra or something, I sense there will be some grinding of teeth.
And Jex has to go into Phoenix Cave and only beat the dragon, and that's all he gets. You guys are terrible.
Yeah, there's definitely some cruel options. I saw someone in chat mentioning that you donate for the Doomgaze check without Setzer in the party.
So the Doomgaze check is not one of the things that can be donated for. This is why I have the available checks are highlighted. As lovely as it would be to donate for example, Leet River when they don't have Terra and now they have to find it, we're donating only for the checks that they have available to them.
Oh, well, the auction house has an Illumina, so it's not a bad consolation prize.
Looks like Javinator...
Another one!
Are there 2 Illuminas at auction? Oh, wow.
The first one is the quest completion, and the second one is the 20k item.
The Schwantz, actually, like, surprisingly going to probably benefit from having to do that.
Javinator picking up a nice Kirin Magicite, and he's got a nice 3 and Magic Power +1.
Oh, that is a delicious Esper. And doing the Kefka at Narsh, we're gonna cross our fingers and hope to see something easy for 2 characters to do.
The third item's a Ragnarok. What is this auction house?
So the auction house with the high tier items, yeah, that's impressive.
This is the greatest I've ever seen.
Yeah, having enough Ragnaroks that if he wanted to use them to beat Moogle defense, he could have thrown them.
Oh, this is an annoying. This is a very annoying fight when you can't target.
Yeah, well, when you don't have the ability to choose your target is definitely a drag. Meanwhile, like, I think it's a drag. Jex having to go through, like, to kill this dragon is going to be especially awkward for him when he's like, it's going to be especially awkward for him if he gets locked later, because somebody can force him to go through Phoenix Cave a second time.
Oh boy, no one can use the Illuminas. Well, whoever is the next character down is going to be really loaded, or merit awards are going to be god tier this season.
Yeah, merit award would absolutely be the first thing that you want in a spot like that.
So it's a good thing that Jex did pick up Ult 3. This is a really good dragon to run into, to be honest.
Yeah, given the choice, he probably wouldn't fight a dragon, but if he had to pick which dragon, it would probably be this one.
Right, and then finishing that out with X-Magic, hopefully.
Yeah, the dragons are scaled in this. Unscaled dragons would be quite mean.
Javinator taking down Welk at Kefka and Narsh, picks up Magicite Starlet, and unlike me, does not look at it immediately, because whenever I get one, I just want to look at it like right now. but these guys are way better than I am, so they have more self-control and don't get sucked into the menu boss like me.
Self-control absolutely overrated. Javinator leaving Phoenix Cave. Or I'm sorry, Jexrock leaving Phoenix Cave, having completed that dragon check. It looks like Javinator's going back into Magitech Research Facility. It is correct that most seeds you start with 3 characters. That is the standard. They're starting with 2 here because we like presenting suffering for y'all to watch. Also because I personally like to watch suffering.
Yeah, I'd say Go-Go, with only 2 people, Go-Go is quite good, because if you find like a super ball or any rod, you can just, infinite mimic the breakable item.
Absolutely. Mimicking a super ball early to kill a dragon is one of the ways that you can sort of force yourself forward in levels.
Yeah, I really enjoy finding Go-Go early because you can split open a seed early with Mimic Abuse, but you can also transition Go-Go into more of a utility role in the later game, and just having access to everyone's magic is super, super useful.
Absolutely. You know what? Javinator did check that Starlit Esper. It's a speed +1, and he's finding Atma in the spot with Magitech. So if you want to help one of the runners, donating them to make them do the auction house might actually be a good thing.
No, nobody has any money, so...
Oh yeah, there is that. You would have to sell all your stuff. Having to sell your stuff for Illuminas, though. The auction house in this seed will not have Espers. But it is a check, and it is available.
Yeah, the auction house is seated, so they'll all have the same items in there.
Oh, well, this is an interesting group to run into. It's a pretty decent experience when you get low level. And,
yes, all chests and all items that can be obtained in this game will be seeded, with the exception, like, drops in battles may have yield the rare one, but beyond that, everything's everyone's playing the same seed.
It's funny, we were expecting some horrendous donation incentives, but it looks like the routing of the seed is just taking care of that for us.
Very much true. Although, expectation is going to be the donations are really going to start pouring in when somebody's ready to go into KT. When they've got, no reason to do any more checks, that's when you're going to make them do all the dragons.
Javinator popping an ice shield, mimicking that on this Atma fight here. Shiva Ifrit.
It's an excellent decision to do so, but unfortunately he's still going to eat Quake from Atma, and that's going to be the end of that fight.
Yeah, I think this is definitely doable for Javinator. It's just, the last Quake attack was brutal. I think you just need the burst window to be really, really fast. And I mean, who knows? That could also be the time where he just uses a different attack and you just get through that cleanly too. You never know.
Absolutely. I think that the ice shield breaking is the right call here.
Woof. That is a brutal fire 3, so it looks like we're going to get one more ice shield out, and then the group hug.
Yeah, meantime, Jex has completed Kefka at Narsh. I'm assuming he did Lone Wolf. I didn't see him do it though.
Oh, this is going to be painful. Flare Star really hurts.
Flare Star definitely a drag to run into lower levels. And he's gonna come out with Meteor. Yeah, that Atma is being a bit of a jerk.
Yeah, the problem with Flare Star is not only is it bad at low levels, but it's also bad when you only have 3 party members too.
Absolutely the case. So, if you're like, so it looks like Jax is also going into Magitech. I wonder if he's going to have an easier time with Atma.
Well, I mean, having the Flame Shield, it's actually going to help out against Flare Star and Fire 3. Quake is still going to chew through all of them, although Maugust 900 HP, so might be able to eat one of those if the scaling is roughly the same.
Yeah, it looks like Jex just has a few more levels on Jav.
Yeah, I might be tempted just to pop the Moogle Charm off and do laps in the garbage pit just to get a few more levels.
The Schwantz would definitely have an easier time once he's done Burning House, because it looks like he's also using this time to decurse that curse shield. So we will have a Paladin shield sighting.
Oh yeah, and Paladin shield is absolutely busted even without learning Ultima off of it.
Absolutely. Paladin shield makes a character not quite invincible, but very close to it.
Alright, so Jex into the mosh pit.
And Tunnel Armor is going to be the boss here in Burning House. Significantly easier than Atma.
Yeah, this is a consolation prize.
And we're going to see what's in Burning House. It looks like there was an economizer.
Well, at least there was some experience in there.
Yep. And of course, if he finds a character with lore, he will have all 24 lores available.
Oh, Jack's just taking out Atma easily. First try.
Yeah, Jack's burning through that fight. He's got levels that Javinator does not.
Yeah, X-Magic just, or X-Magic Bolt 3 just did a ton of work. I think it was that and then a Mimic, and then that's all she wrote.
Yeah, and that's going to be Shiva for Jax. Looks like Jav is going to go ahead and take some fights here, trying to grab some levels. And it looks like Ebbett's Rock is the choice for the Schwantz. It looks like Doomgaze is the second fight here. This is not an easy. This is not an easy Magitech.
Yeah, this is the boss I always hate to see. Even if I'm not a multiple 5, like of course if everybody's a multiple 5, you just lose automatically. But even if you're not a multiple 5, it's still kind of hard.
Yeah, he's just absurdly sturdy, and I think like there's no better time than now to crack open the Pearl Rod if you have it, and then mimic it.
Absolutely. And he does have access to Life 3. It's not always great to be fighting defensively, but against Doomgaze, I'm often tempted. Looks like Dataluma here in Ebbetsbrock, and the Schwantz, who hasn't been taking advantage of this this Magitech, actually sort of making out well because of it. Although it also helps that he found a bunch of, albeit unusable, Illuminas. They're doing work just from his inventory in terms of the moral support they're providing.
Yeah, Schwantz just cruising through these easy bosses. Dataluma, Tunnel Armor, Wall. Everyone that went to Magitech Factory is just straight.
Javinator either expressing frustration or his cat hit his keyboard. It's not really clear which one. Yeah, Jack's unfortunately going to run into a wall there. And it looks like the Schwantz going into Fanatics Tower, where he's going to find Setzer. Setzer, of course, going to allow everybody to donate to make him go fight Doomgaze. Jack's also going to nope out there and go for Setzer. So he has 2 Magitech checks remaining.
Yeah, that would be a good time to finish this out. I mean, hopefully they don't run into Magimaster at the top, but they've got plenty of strong magic to get through most bosses.
Absolutely.
Plus, there's usually a good item at the top, too, so you never know.
You know, you can get that item without Strago.
It's a long trip for just a high tier, though.
Oh yeah, but you can essentially complete the check, fight the boss, grab the item, and do everything except get the character at the end. And then if you come back with Strago later, then the check's immediately done. Now, why anybody would choose to do this is beyond me, but it's a thing that you can do. Meanwhile, Jeff looks like he feels like he's got the levels to give Atma another go.
Yeah, I mean, going to 600 health would have been. I think that would have been survival against the Quake attacks. So.
He does have Life 3, and I feel like against the Quake, like he's got Quick too. Yeah, I guess, you know, he'd need the Economizer or something to make that work, but
yeah, that's a really strong combination with X Magic, but unfortunately it's also a really slow combination. So like I get it why you don't see it a lot in speedruns, but sometimes like you just need the crowbar to pry open the seed.
So Hidden gonna be at the top of Fanatics Tower. Jack's perhaps forgetting or not realizing that bosses are undead in this flag set, so could get through this with simply a revivify.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the direct approach, though.
Jack's cracking open the Pearl Rod and mimicking it. The fight was a little faster, but the Schwanz doesn't lose anything, just takes it down with Fire Tools, and they're both gonna go pick up Setzer, which is a couple easy ones. We got the Kolingen in, and Search the Skies, and Gerald's too.
Incidentally, thank you to everybody who has donated. Can I get one of you to remind everybody what we're donating for?
Yeah, so all the donations that are put in are added to the prize pool for the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide tournament that will be happening during SG Live, and the prize pool goes to the runners. So it'll be nice to see the community members who work hard at promoting and playing this game, rewarded a little bit.
Setzer with Runic, not too exciting, and it's okay sometimes, but can wear Illumina and is a natural fixed dice user, which we don't have yet.
And more importantly, Setzer being able to equip the Illumina is going to be a real big boon for anybody who has at least one.
Yeah, so everyone having that Genji glove hand already, the Schwanz is going to be deliriously happy. There's another character that can use the Illumina. So, say hi to Celeste.
Yeah, Celeste, I guess, in the calling it in. Yep, there she is.
Oh, there's a guy here that can change your party.
There's a guy who can change your party?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in the airship?
No, they're in Kolingen.
Yeah, they're just hanging out.
Alright, didn't know that. Javinator still struggling through this terrible Magitech 1 and 2.
Meanwhile, we've got the floating Kefka, Texas, which is a pretty cakewalk fight. And you get a free peace ring, so pretty nice for people.
But Doomgaze escaped again.
Schwanz is after the Figaro Celeste prisoner check, I would guess, and we're picking up some loot in here.
Sensible.
Meanwhile, Javinator receiving a donation to go do the burning house after this. So, thanks to Drew Fitzpatrick for the donation.
The way things are going, okay, good. Javinator finished.
Javinator making it through Doomgaze.
That Magitech was a struggle.
Yeah, poor Javinator has just been put through the spin cycle this year.
It's a shame nobody made him do that, because he'd at least have that as like he'd feel better. And it looks like he's going to complete the whole thing. Jack's finding Celis as well. And all the excitement here on Javinator, like, he could, like, if he were to find something like Sabin, and that led to a bunch of characters, he could blow this whole thing wide open. To answer a question of why it's only showing 1, 2, and 3 characters on the tracker for these people, it's because I'm just using that to denote which tracker I'm tracking.
Yeah, as far as characters go, I think Schwant and Jex have 5, and Javinator has 3.
Yep. Javinator definitely down, not out, and it looks like there's a Sasquatch in South Figaro.
Make that 6. Alright, that gives a nice little World of Ruin Narsh check and go up there and do, you know, Dragon into Tritok into Omaro.
Absolutely. It does make that Tritok check less of a drag. So, I don't think that either of the two that just did Fanatics Tower bothered to kill the dragon. So that's still an available option to make him do.
Yeah, that would be.
Don't give them any ideas.
Oh, I'm all about giving them ideas.
Oh, we got strength +2 as well, so yeah, just drop that on the Illumina wielder and call it a day.
Jack's headed into Daryl's too. There's a monster in a box here, and you get to see what the reward is before you fight the boss. So, I don't know why you would, but you could reset if you didn't like it. Like if it was an item, I guess, like Economizer or Red Cap or something like that. I guess you could just leave.
Especially if it's like your last check, sometimes it's better to bounce, but it still feels bad. It's a lot of flooding and switch flipping to get to that point.
Absolutely. I mean, it depends on what the boss is, because there are occasions where you'll see a boss that you're just not willing to go through, you know, like Magi Master or Piranhas.
And meanwhile, on Javinator's side, Lethal Weapon living up to his name.
Javinator just cannot get a break. Using using a Ice 2 spell to heal his ice shielded mob.
If I remember correctly, you have the monsters in the box are all vanilla, right?
Oh my god, this
Oh man.
this Magitech research facility. We had Atma, Doomgaze, and we're following it up with Guardian.
Yeah, it's brutal. Maga's going to have a lot of experience after this. So will anyone else that survives.
Isn't that a vanilla Dullahan?
Yep.
It does appear to be.
Yeah, this has just been brutal. Trying to keep other people alive on Javinator's side.
Meanwhile, this looks like Schwantz is going to go ahead and do Kefka at Narsh. Yeah, definitely we have like Jax and Schwantz are sort of like in a push me pull you for first place, and then Javinator, unfortunately, like he got up to an early lead, but he has just been stomped by Magitech.
Yeah, it's one of the problems with like Magitech is a really good and efficient check, but you have to be able to clear it. And I think Javinator was in a position to kill like 75% of the bosses. It's just not these ones.
He does get through Guardian. Guardian is like, of the difficult like KT bosses, it's probably the easier one, just because it doesn't have a whole lot of offense, or it takes a while for that to ramp up.
Yeah, the worst is when you run into Guardian with only physical is your, and not very good physical either.
Oh yeah, if you have no barrier piercing physical, then you might as well reset out.
Jack's picking up Cyan at Gerald's Tomb, and I head straight to Doma. Cyan's checks are all pretty good. I like them all. And by Doma, I mean the dream.
Yeah, Cyan's dream. And it's an interesting check. He's gonna get all the sword techs from it if he winds up with somebody with sword tech. But interestingly enough, he might go to Mount Zozo. He's had Mount Zozo available to him from the beginning.
Oh my god, let's just cap this off with Doom.
Doom actually really problematic because Jav has had fire, or has got no fire. He's got Ice 3, and that is not going to be helpful.
Yeah, fortunately the Fire Dance blitz is a little something, but it's just...
Yeah, Fire Dance and Aura Bolt both going to be potentially strong here, but...
Yeah, I would feel like Aura Bolt probably would do more work here.
And Mog with the Pearl Lance also going to get some work done. So he does have options, but his go-to of oh, he also has a Fire 1, which is going to be useful when he gets his characters frozen.
Oh, and Jex just murders Adma. All done. 3 Fire 3. Oh, it gets calmness protection as well. There's a Fenrir.
We're gonna see now what the check is. It's not a character here in Cyan's Dream, but it is a guaranteed Esper here, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, this has the potential to be just a loaded Magicite check, which is always appreciated.
Yeah, hats off to Javinator getting through this. Definitely got the shorter end of the stick with regards to the check he chose to do. Jumping with Atma weapon? Oh, did he invalidate Pearl Element?
Oh no, that feels bad.
1 in 8 chance, but it's not Jav's day. Juan's gonna save before continuing on to do Maro's cave. Jav makes it through.
At this point, I really just hope Jav runs into a super OP character with Magitech. Like, please just get some reward out of this.
Yeah, incidentally, all he got out of there was a Esper. And he's now going to his required Burning House, because he was told he had to do Burning House something like a year ago.
Schwant sees an item in Umaro's check and instantly nopes out and takes over his head.
Which means someone could still force it. Should we do that? Alright, I'm gonna say no. He's checked it. He's fine. Yeah. But there's so many easy ways of ruining somebody's day. Do you need an extra way?
I mean, you could think about it as ruining his day, or you could think about it as letting Gemini catch up.
Yep. Also, let's just throw this out there. It's for a good cause. The good cause being competition, which is my favorite.
Yeah, the SG Live tournaments are a blast, so it's always fun, a good time.
Super psyched that Worlds Collide is going to be a big event this year.
Jex gets another Ragnarok, or gets another Ragnarok.
Esper.
It's the Esper this time.
Yeah, it has to be the Esper in that spot, but yeah. Schwant's gonna find Cyan.
Just a Dragonhorn as the third check for Jex in the final check of Doma Dream.
Yeah, you're spending most of the time looking for that next character. They only need 7 characters, so Jex has technically made his character limit, but you can't expect him to find 15 Espers without finding at least one more character.
Yeah, especially with the auction house empty.
Yeah, there are a lot of dead checks. They're really because they start with 2 Espers, they're really only looking for 13. But there are more dead checks because of those 2 Espers that they started with. I think a real fun seed would be to have somebody start with all the Espers but 1, and then they have to find that last Esper. That's the kind of thing that's so random and terrible that it belongs in tournaments. So Jack's gonna do the Tri-Talk and the Morrow check. Jeff doing Burning House.
I forget, Jex also did Daryl's Tomb, right?
Jex did Daryl's Tomb, yeah. He has Cyan.
Just trying to keep the other tracker updated as well.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah, no worries.
Incidentally, if you can see on this tracker, anything that you see highlighted, that is an available check that you can force somebody to do.
Want's doing Zozo and skipping the dragon. I'm just gonna go straight for the freebie here at the end.
He skipped the dragon, meaning somebody can send him back to go do the dragon. Like I don't know about skipping the dragon in this format. You're really sort of banking on the audience, not planning on making you unhappy. Jack's also going to nope out of the item in Umaro's cave.
Conditions for Kefka's Tower are 7 characters, 15 Medicite, and 26 checks to get the skip.
So Doma Castle going to yield lock on Jex's side. It's real interesting. And we recall that Jex was forced to go do the dragon in Phoenix Cave. So he can be forced to once again go through Phoenix Cave.
Easy peasy Ultros. I call that Derpy Ultros. I don't know if it's got a real name, but easy peasy Ultros fight for Jax.
Yeah, I mean, what difficult bosses are remaining? I guess Poultrygeist and Goddess, but and Magi Master. But beyond that, like all the tough bosses are really done. They were all in match attack.
When I was learning this, I swore these doors in Doma Dream, I swore the doors were random. They are definitely not random.
Nope, it turns out they are not.
And with lock, Jax goes directly to tunnel armor. And speak of the devil.
So Javinator's gonna check out some checks that we have not seen yet. He's gonna do the Edgar checks out of sequence.
Yep, this is possible without Edgar, with flag that lets them Y remove.
No character there. You gotta feel like he was hoping to see a Sabin there. Sabin with a lot of quick, easy checks. It's still possible to see him in Ancient Castle.
Notice Celeste has shock. That's pretty good. Early, mid, late, everything, right? Like shock is pretty solid.
Yeah, shock is definitely S tier as far as abilities go. It's not going to do the most damage late game unless you have like a magic power +2 Esper the whole time or something like that. But it carries through the early and mid game, and it's strong enough late to be a factor. We're gonna now see what we get for tunnel armor, and Javinator finding his first easy boss in the Piranha fight. It's an easy fight, but it's also still a really annoying fight.
Yeah, it can be quite slow. Ooh, big.
And it's
Jax.
Terra. Big pickup for Jex in Terra, as he is now able to be forced to do Leet River.
I think Terra just comes with lore. I looked at the flags before we started. Certain characters just come with certain things. Terra will have lore, and like Locke will have sword deck. And then a bunch of them have random uniques. Who has the advantage at this point? I think this Terra pickup is too big to not say that Jex is firmly in the lead.
Absolutely. Schwantz is hot on his trail, and Javinator is sort of stuck doing his own thing. Think about finding Terra. Terra's a great character to have early, but all of her checks tend to be long and sort of isolated. Like, Jex doing the Welk check here. He's already gone up and done Kefka at Narsh, so like he's just checking up this mountain. Jav treating us to something with his rename cards. Naming his characters. He's got one called Chat. Chat character. Please?
2 more espers for Jax there. Picking up the Ramu that we skipped earlier.
Yeah, Javinator is begging chat, like, please send me somewhere that has a character.
Oh yeah. That's a plea from Jav there. If we can get somebody to please tell him to go where there's a character, where should he be sent to there, Edge? If you were trying to help him out.
Auction house.
Yeah, I'd send him to Auction House for sure. He's not going to get a character there. I guess I'd said it. Fanatics Tower is going to be his next best bet, right?
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he has that too, right?
Yeah, I think the entire season is for Fanatics Tower, so pretty much has to.
Yeah, let's stay on Javinator's screen for a second, so we can look at what he has left that he could be sent to. Obviously, if you wanna contribute to the crushing of his soul, you can always send him to like one of these dragons. But if you want to help him out, Javinator could find a character in Fanatics Tower, and possibly only Fanatics Tower, although we're going to see if there's something on the Ancient Castle throne. Meanwhile, the Schwantz is going to find Locke. And it looks like Jax is going to peek the Mobiliz check.
Javinator going to pick up an offering of this Katana Soul.
It's Crusader. He is likely to take on this Crusader. Offering a great thing to pick up when you started with an Atmo weapon. Especially in a long seed like this, where you're going to be taking a lot of checks. His characters are going to be pretty high level once it's time to tackle KT. He will have an advantage in speed there. Of course, the bosses are going to be easy, because how could they not be? Jax is going to pick up the dragon here. Or Jav is, rather. Again, I think that's a good call. He doesn't want to be sent to go do it after.
Piling on the Metasite team, just finding Metasite after Metasite, and already has enough characters to unlock the Kefka fight, so not too far away from 15 Metasite.
Yeah, you can definitely expect that Jack's going to likely be ready to enter Kefka's Tower first. Whether he will or not is entirely up to chat. He's commenting in the race. He knows what's coming.
Can you do Ancient Castle without the other one first?
Without the tentacles first? No, you can't get in.
Uh-huh. That's like a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah, it's comparable to trying to do Magitech 2 before Magitech 1. Although, actually, you can do that with the with the what you call it, with wire remove. So I'm wrong.
Spicy chicken down for Schwann's gonna pick up Terra. Objects headed to remove the rusty door with the Y button.
Edge, I'm gonna send you a message real quick. All right.
And thank goodness, Javinator gonna get the fourth character here.
Yep, Javinator opening everything up. Finally, you found the character in the peak in Fanatics Tower. Looks like Schwant's doing go-go, and Jack's taking care of Cyan's Mount Zozo check.
And that's final Kefka unlock for Jex. Palador was sending those love letters up there.
Yep, Jex with final Kefka. If you want to force Jex to do anything before he goes into Kefka's tower, now is the time. Get your donations in. The runners have been asked to take a moment to wait and give you guys a chance to get a donation in the event that they're ready to go to KT. So Jex is going to pause for a few seconds.
What is the slowest thing possible?
Oh, send him to
river?
Phoenix Cave.
Phoenix Cave, river.
Yeah, Leap River. You got all these dragons you can make him do. You can make him do the ancient castle dragon.
Ancient castle is like 2 different checks in one.
If you're donating, go ahead and let us know in chat. Otherwise, it looks like he's going to be able to get into KT for free. At which point, once he's in KT, you can still donate to make him do a check, but it's going to be Atma or it's going to be one of the... Yep. Going to be Atma, or it's going to be one of the 2 dragons that are remaining.
Once again, the Yeti is going to be driving the airship.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
What could possibly go wrong?
And Jex makes it into KT. Why are you? I'm sad to see Javinator struggling with hidden.
I think it's just one of those things, right, where you're so used to playing it a certain way.
Yep.
It has been probably years since you were able to revivify hidden, and now here we are.
Yep, here in Kefka's Tower, Jack's going to toilet Atma.
Oh, he's gonna take care of Atma just in case somebody wants to donate to Forces.
I mean, it's convenient. You might as well.
Meanwhile,
Schwann's
looks
making
like
quick work out of these Magitech bosses, which were all pretty nightmarish early on.
yeah. Once you have all the levels and end-game equipment, it feels like it's easier. You know, swinging at him with a double Illumina, throwing double Fire 2s out. That's the path of least resistance.
Yeah, it's still with all of those tools. He just has a huge HP pool.
Yeah. The Schwantz approaching the required total. Yeah, he's got Final Kefka unlocked. If you want to force the Schwantz to do any more checks, now is the time. He's got 6 dragons he could be forced to do. Meanwhile, Javinator's been forced to do Daryl's tomb.
Javinator using another reading card to say thanks for the character.
I guess the only boss left that could be a problem is Magi Master, no?
That is true, but I don't even know that Magi Master could be a problem for this party. I feel like Locke with Rage, I would have given him the Genji glove, but I guess it was too late. He was found too late.
Yeah, I mean, there was no shortage of options. It might be worth just saving the menu time.
Definitely true. So it looks like we're going to allow the Schwantz to get in there uncontested as well.
Usually you put the people that you want to get the most EXP in this lane, and then you get Chupon and don't get any.
Yeah, that's always the worst feeling, especially when it's like, I need like 30 magic points to learn this last spell that I want, and I'm not getting anything from this fight.
Schwant's gonna go ahead and take a dragon. Looks like he's maybe not super happy about his levels yet. And it's a vanilla dirt dragon.
Yeah, Dirt Dragon's always a jerk, but then when you're level 41 across the board, it doesn't feel as bad.
Certainly. It is a drag when he starts out with Quake, but beyond that, generally easy enough. So Javinator and Jax, two runners of very comparable skill, but they have had just a very different experience running through this.
Yeah, unfortunately, Magitech Factory was just chock full of really bad monsters to fight early on. Not so exactly where Javinator went, and got kind of delayed there. Oh, Schwann's picking up Bum Rush here.
Just chilling with Duncan a little bit.
I need to learn where this is.
Ah, that explains it. Yeah, so Schwantz must have been just below level 42.
Yeah, Bum Rush is ridiculously strong, and putting that on any character that doesn't have Saban's ridiculously low magic score just is unfair.
So he's not using Terra, but Terra just did almost 8,000 damage just because he went through Doma, and she has levels. Okay, last chance to donate to get the Schwantz out there. He's sort of delayed himself. Give y'all a chance, but
nope, I think that's it. Schwant's gonna make a clean getaway.
yep. So we're just gonna go ahead and focus on Jav's checks. Schwantz and Jax, you could donate for dragons.
Oh, we do have a donation, however, so I will let Schwantz know.
Thank you for the donation, Brian.
Yeah, thank you very much, Brian. Alright, meanwhile, Jex is gonna unleash the inner art critic.
Just gotta wait for the demon form. Now, when Jex is in the rage menu like that, is the ATB still running?
Nope.
That's just delaying the demon form, right?
That is correct.
Oh, maybe they got it worse. I'm just checking out the radio right.
Looks like Jav's doing a Mount Zozo.
Yeah, and I think Schwantz had the shortcut unlocked, but has to do toilet atma because of the incentive. So just stack this party and it's probably going to work stone out. That is toilet atma down in short order for Schwantz. So, yeah, this is shaping up to be pretty close. Because you have X Magic already, you have 3 Gemini.
Jack's warping out. Oh, he must have... Yeah, he unlocked the statues check. Oh, that's sweet. That's so great. I really... Yeah, he's moving straight past the... Oh wait, that's Schwantz. What am I talking about? Schwantz did the statue check. There we go. So Schwantz actually less behind now. Using that warp to sort of get almost caught up. He's still got some bosses to fight, but he's going to be, what, like 2 bosses behind right now? Plus all of this menu.
Yeah, and, well, one of them is, looks like Ultros 3, so should be pretty easy boss to deal with. Meanwhile, I think Jab just rescued the Yeti.
Yep. Took care of the Celis check. He's going now to Doma. He's finding all the characters now. Oh wait, he's going to Doma's Dream. Never not. Maybe not.
Oh, I mean, still needs Magicite, so there's an absolute ton required this seed. And, yeah, with a 7-15 split, I would say a 134 going into Kefka. It's pretty sweet, especially when you started out with just 2 characters.
Absolutely.
This is faster than my Ultros League time.
Yeah, all 3 of our runners definitely at the top of their game. At the top of the game.
What I didn't see what espers were equipped there. What are we looking for here? I mean, obviously Fenrir for calmness, and I think maybe I saw Unicorn for train, but anything else, or do we just not care after Fenrir?
Yeah, at this level, I mean, the Esper isn't usually going to be playing a big part.
Yeah, I think what might be helpful in other situations, Bahamut is always nice. His Sunflare is really good in the second phase. Anything that does instant death, so Odin or Raiden, can kill either long arm or tools, so those are always nice to have.
Showed, right?
Yeah, Show can also do it as well.
Shoat can kill long arm, but not tools. So Shoat's interesting.
Yeah, I feel like long arm is definitely way more annoying than tools is.
I have no idea what tools does.
Tools is the one that casts like all of the Magic and Robot spells, so like Diffuser, Atomic Ray.
It can use Delta Attack, which is annoying.
Yeah, that one is not fun to get hit by.
Not only is it not fun to get hit by, it's not fun to sit and just wait for it to go off. Like when you turn somebody to stone, you really need to have that long an animation for it.
Yeah, then if you don't have Fenrir, Golem is just as good. If you don't have either one of those, you could try timing Phantom absolutely perfectly. And then other than that, you're just out.
I mean, you hope your shield works.
Yeah, I mean, safety bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
safety bit and Memento Ring also can take care of calmness. So can a Mirage Vest. You know, there's a lot of ways to handle it. One of my favorite way of handling it is having 4 characters that are all competent. So, like, if you lose 2, you're still fine.
Oh yeah, Siren is also good for phase 2 because you can get magic. So if you don't have mute, just do the AoE mute instead.
Mute magic, doom tools, and start hacking away at the tiger. I assume this is the start frozen.
Tiger can also zombify as well. Like it just Tiger has a lot of unpleasant stuff. Flare Star, I think Northern Cross as well. So it's just better to not deal with the BS that you get from that enemy.
Yeah, who among us has not lost a character or lost a fight to like a Valiant Knife offering character being zombified right before he attacks? Like that's the best way to lose it, right? Because your Valiant Knife character now has 0 HP.
Just slaughters everyone.
So Jeb getting through Doma Castle pretty easily. I'd say he lost something like 20 minutes to Magitech.
I'm liking this Strago. That's one fun thing about this game. You know, this Strago is a Dragoon, he's got Bum Rush, and you think of Strago as, you know, the mage guy. But here he is, just being a Dragoon.
Absolutely. Like, the biggest, most important thing about these characters tend to be whether they can equip an item. Because your ability to equip a weapon is going to be the main determining factor in your ability to to make use of a certain build. That, or of course, if you have an ability like Blitz or Shock or Throw that can be a game changer on its own.
Yeah, it's always nice to see like the abilities shuffled to people that can like really take advantage of stuff, like Blitz on a powerhouse magic user, or Throw and Save It.
Yeah. This is just seeing Jex taking this Kefka fight very safely. Schwantz entering this Kefka fight something like 5 or 6 minutes behind. He's just gonna need Jex to wipe, and Jex gonna do his best not to do that.
Yeah, in the meanwhile, Javinator making it into KT is also going to go pick up Bum Rush real fast.
So Javinator is actually decked out. He's ready to go into KT. This is once again your last chance to donate. He definitely feels behind already. You can push him farther behind. In case you think his day has been too good so far.
Rain comes out, and mute and blind on everybody. Minus Strago in the air.
Yeah, then Medio coupled right together too, so just some really not fun timing. Shock's still effective though.
So with Fenrir, it's not common, but there is an instance where you can have Calmness hit a character, turn off his effect from Fenrir, and then hit him again. It's very rare. It's cost me a race, so it's not rare enough. But yeah, looks like Jack's facing Kefka. It's Good. Oh, to answer the person who's like, I'm not racing. I'm tracking. I'm tracking the available things to donate to get Javinator to do.
Javinator is doing the victory lap, but seems like he'll make it in squeaky clean as well. I would be terrified about like just flying around idly, but yeah, we've already taken out 2 guys. But
Yeah, Jack's looking like he's making short work of Kefka. He's just doing so much damage.
This only has like 60k HP.
Jeff's taking on this dragon. He's gonna get that extra little boost before going into KT.
this is where you might want to, just pause a little bit, just so you don't get ultimate. Because there are no counters when Goner is at or charging.
That's like right before the head of his hand.
As soon as he says the text line, you can you don't have to worry about getting countered.
And with 144, 45, 43, Jex is our first finisher. Get your GGs out for Jex.
Yeah, GG Jex finishing with a pleasantly symmetrical time. Let's swap the audio over to Schwantz.
Meanwhile, now's as good a time as any to say, like, if you haven't followed our runners, definitely you should. They're going to be, or likely, possibly 3 of them are going to be competing in the SG Live event, and you'll see some pretty solid practice and some pretty solid action there. Jex, like us, is surprised nobody sent him to Elite River.
Yeah, I feel like the dragon check was suitably cruel, but it worked out. I mean, bolt 3 into that dragon in particular is really quite nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've lost a fair amount of time doing Kefka and Narsh now that I think about it. Warping out of Magitech before he saw Atma, he might not have gone back. Now, Tier 3 taken care of fairly methodically by Schwantz. After you've done this many checks, your levels are such that it's very, very difficult to wipe to Kefka.
Yeah, it's just you can carve out so much HP to skip the Fallen One phase, and as long as you're just not eating counters repeatedly, it's pretty smooth ride to the Goner phase.
And we're joined now by Jex, who finished with 144.45. GG.
GG's. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can. So that dragon check was kind of cruel, but it also ended up working out for you, having heavily invested in Bolt 3.
Oh yeah, and plus that dragon dumped an aura lance on me. Oh, I was thrilled when that happened. But whoever sent me to Phoenix Cave sent me to one of my most hated checks. I was not amused.
See, what I love about that is they could have sent you back to Phoenix Cave
I
after you got
know.
lost.
I saw Locke and I was just like, no, please don't do this to me.
I want to talk about your decisions to skip dragons.
Because so the requirements was 715.
Mm-hmm.
That just ends up having a pile of additional checks as opposed to what we are normally used to. We're doing what minimum 22 checks as opposed to the normal 16 that we usually do. So that just increases, the boss fights that we do. Increased boss fights means more EXP. So I didn't feel that there was a need to hit the dragons up.
So let's get your GGs out for Schwantz, who made very, very quick work of Kefka. Yeah, Jex, I was just thinking, every dragon you left behind, somebody could have made you go back and do.
This is true. And it was a risk. It was a big, big risk.
And we're joined by the Schwantz. GG, man.
Hey, thank you.
GG's.
Yeah. Congratulations, Jex Rock. Nice job.
Thank you.
So, Schwantz, how did you like that auction house?
I think it actually saved my seed. It gave me time to cool down from being absolutely tilted at how horrible my opening of the seed was. And it gave me 2 things for Celeste to swing, so I actually liked the dead auction house this seed, so thank you to Keith for doing that for me.
Yeah, two Illumina is definitely nothing to sneeze at. Jaffinator, who is going to be our last to finish, was the first one through that check. He that Moogle
defense.
Moogle defense. Yeah, he handled it very handily. And just unfortunately ran smack dab into Magitech, which, like Schwantz, you went through at high level and Jex noped out of, but yeah, it's not easy when you run into Atma, then Doomgaze, then Guardian, then what was the last one?
It was Doom.
Doom.
Oh my god, that's like the nightmare factory.
Where are all the bosses? That's where.
Yeah. So when I first did the Moogle defense check, I said, all right, let's do some grinds on some enemies. And I have a Pearl Rod in my inventory. We'll let Mog throw it, and Gogo can mimic it 1,000 times. It doesn't matter what the boss is at the end, unless it's like Goddess or something like that, right? And of course, it had to be the Martial vanilla boss, but this time with the zombie people. And I hesitated for just a second, and my whole party turned into The Walking Dead. So that was that.
Definitely a drag to see that.
I'm very lucky, though, that one of our random Moogles had throw on them. So, of course, I looked around in Narsh, and lo and behold, we had some elemental throwables. So I was like, okay, at least now I know how to get past this boss. But that first time, I was very annoyed at myself. And then I thought I was being a genius in reading the flags, and I thought I saw that the Coliseum rewards were vanilla. So I'm like, oh, let's go flip a Tintinabar for some experience eggs.
I'm sorry.
And then I get into the Coliseum, and I'm like, wait a minute, this says gem box. So, as I'm waiting for the auction house, I'm Googling off to the side, and then I looked at the seed where the flags again, and I'm like, oh, the opponents are vanilla, not the rewards. Oh my god.
No, the rewards are vanilla, except the Tintinnabar going into XP egg, because
Oh.
finding Tintinnabar for sale means like it controls the seed too much.
Yeah, I thought I was being slick, but not slick enough. You definitely one-upped me there with the flag choice.
My bad. That's the way it's going to be, incidentally, for this main event. A couple
great.
of the flags that are on display, the goodie bags, the 3 high-tier items that you get at the beginning, that's going to be available for the entirety of this tournament. The same thing with the extra quests that can be completed, and same thing with the extra objectives to complete your skills. So doing Burning House will always give you lores, doing Serpent's Trench will always give you rages, etc.
Yeah, I like having the different optional quests. It didn't necessarily drag me to one check or the other in this particular seed, right? It was nice to have all of the lores when I got Cyan, so then Gogo could use something besides mimicking, casting magic twice, and taking up forever and a day to actually do it. I was pretty happy with my final party. We got a bunch of big swords, and I wanted to use some of them, but it's just the way the seed fell out. We had great spells early on, and we just needed time to learn them, so Casa del Fuego, let's do it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I really liked this format. Obviously, it's going to be a longer, more drawn-out affair with the higher requirements, and the final Kefka fight is pretty straightforward and easy. I think mine lasted all of like 5 or 6 minutes. It wasn't that big of a deal, but of course, getting there was quite the fun. And I certainly screwed myself up by making myself do an extra check in KT, given the timing difference of the race. So I'll blame myself, but whoever wins the tournament can enjoy the extra prize money at least.
Absolutely. So we're gonna you're all gonna sit and watch Javinator briefly forgetting the names of his characters.
The rename
cards.
I forgot about that. I bought them. I just forgot to use them. So apologize. -1 meme points for me.
He was at 3 characters, incidentally, going through Magitech research. So like those bosses with just Go-Go, Strago, and Mog
were a problem.
Not very easy. So he wound up pleading in rename card form for chat to donate to send him to some character.
That's amazing. So, but yeah, congratulations again to Jex for leading the way here with this crowd control race. This was fun. I've never been a part of anything like this before. So, of course, the last Duoid and Edgeworth, thank you guys for organizing both this showcase and for organizing the upcoming tournament on SpeedGaming. And Yogi, thank you for hopping in and doing commentary. So can't have the races without staff. So I appreciate you guys doing all the hard work behind the scenes to do that.
Absolutely. I got one last question for both of you before we focus on Jav's final fight. Are you guys planning on jumping into the actual tournament proper?
For myself, there is a strong possibility of it. The tournament is head to head sync race, right?
Absolutely.
Then yeah, you definitely caught my interest with that one. I thoroughly enjoy going head to head with people.
Absolutely. How about you, Schwantz?
Yeah, it brings a whole different dynamic, right? Because normally you just you race and you do what you think is best. But if you're racing against one opponent, you kind of play that meta game of what do I think my opponent is going to be doing at this particular time, right? And it's it adds another layer of fun when doing races. So I'm definitely intrigued by that as well. Taking a look at the scheduling, I will be here for some of the qualifier racers, and I'm on vacation for just a couple of days during the pool matchups and tiebreakers. If I end up getting to the finals, that might be a bit of an issue because I have a wedding to attend on August the 5th. So if I get all the way to the finals, it'll be a problem. But there's a lot of great runners in the community, so I don't think I will get there. But hey, you never know. Anything can happen with any given race, right? So especially as we were talking about in Heads Up. So I'm definitely interested in being in the tournament. And again, thank you for organizing, putting it on. And I can't wait to get to the qualifying races towards the end of this month.
Beauty. Of course, the thanks for the tournament also mainly go out to the folks at SpeedGaming who putting on this incredible event. There's going to be a live component. There's a marathon for charity, and there is of course the these tournaments, which for many of these games, including Worlds Collide, is one of the only times where you can make money playing the game. One of the few tournaments with a cash prize. But yeah, you're going to see both Jex and Schwantz, it looks like, in these tournaments. So make sure you give them a follow if you want to see some more of this action. Looks like Javinator is still on tier 2 here, but can't expect it to take too long.
Yeah, we had access to a lot of the goodies throughout the seed that would, pretty much nullify a lot of this stuff, so I don't anticipate this being too big of a deal here.
Yeah, I hope you guys learned not to let me roll seeds.
Honestly, I didn't think it was that tough. I was wondering what Javinator was talking about, and then I went into Magitech Factory at the end, and I'm like, okay, maybe he, wire moved into here a little bit early and got caught by these two bosses, and that's pretty much what happened. But
those 4 bosses.
Did. I also ran into the spicy chicken, hidden being up at top of Fanatics Tower.
Yeah, so the fun thing about Haydn, and I didn't remember this until after I'd already beat him, but we could have just thrown a Revivify at him. That flag is not on.
I totally forgot about that.
Yep, all 3 of the racers forgot about that.
Yeah,
I dumped my Pearl Rod on it and mimicked it.
Yeah, my Pearl Rod went for Doomgaze, but yeah, so it's something we'll have to pay attention to. Pay attention to your flags when you're racing. Otherwise, you waste time at the Coliseum like I did. But yeah, so I thought it was straightforward in that it was kind of linear at the beginning, having to get Strago from the Moogle defense, and then unfortunately having to get Setzer from Fanatics Tower. Thankfully, the boss at the top could have been much easier than we did, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Oh yeah, for a while it was night and day just watching you and Jav, and we'd be like, okay, so Javinator is up against Doomgaze, and it looks like Schwantz is fighting Tunnel Armor.
Oh yeah, that was at the end of the Burning House, the Tunnel Armor fight. I was so happy about that. Not happy about the Economizer reward, but hey, that sort of check propelled my levels to where I was never thought I was in danger of losing pretty much any of the fights. Some of the more difficult bosses, as you got higher up in levels, got a little bit more difficult because of elemental scaling and things like that. I think my Poltergeist was probably like in the 50s of levels when I finally ran into him later on in the seed. But
Jav just had 3 characters block Meteo, and the 4th one was in the air, so that's pretty nice. Like let's go ahead and make sure we tease him about the great luck that he had.
Yep. Excellent.
As he's ready to fight Kefka here.
Yeah, so this will be exciting to watch back, to see exactly, what happened and the travesty that laid out before him. So that's why you don't sequence break things, everybody.
But yet, here we are.
Here we are.
Making use of Quick, he's gonna give us a show.
Is the main tourney going to be 7:15 or is it going to be shorter?
I believe it's 6 characters and 11 espers for the majority of the earlier seeds when I looked at the flag set. And it gets a little bit higher later on, but I don't think it gets to 7:15. This was just for the around Worlds Collide, and
to make it longer for
120 minutes.
Yeah, this was a showcase for sure. So the objectives are going to get a little bit more complex during the knockout stage, but generally, you can expect the same scaling, you can expect the same difficulty, and you can expect the same goodies at the start throughout the duration of the tournament.
Do you guys like the longer ones, or is the end too easy?
For me, with it's kind of a catch-22 on that one. I mean, like, as much as I enjoy the game, the longer seeds tend to get a little grindy, I guess, because you eventually hit a power level and then it just turns into mash A, call it a day, and move on, and it's turns into RNG, the luck of RNG, getting you the progression you need to get the final Kefka.
There's a sweet spot that you could do with this, where if you turn down the scaling of both the bosses and the XP that you earn, you could sort of play the game to where the end isn't over in Final Kefka in like 3 seconds, right? I tend to do that for some of the multi-world seeds that we play with Archipelago, which Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide is in the beta program for it. So I usually change the settings there to where my experience is like at a factor of 1, but so are the bosses, right? They don't gain many levels, and you also don't gain many levels. But I'm with Jex. The longer a seed goes on, it just feels more mindless than strategy of where do I go next. It's more like, can I get what I want, please?
I mean, like we could always roll, change the flags up and make a nightmare seed where they take like 6 to 9 hours to
no thanks
just grind through it. I've done it. It's not fun, but you can do it.
Yeah.
Speaking of not fun, Javinator's done. Hi, Javinator.
GG's, Jav.
Friends. Yep. GG.
Yeah, Javinator, we saw at the end of that seed there, like the Meteo hitting none of your party members. How lucky were you this seed?
Yeah. I mean, that was just classic luck for the seed for me. Pretty good. Oh my god, man, what a disaster!
You actually took a really early lead, being the only one to get through and get Strago, and then it was unfortunate you just ran into that that wall in Magitech facility. Like, I'd imagine you keep expecting the next boss to be easier.
Yeah. So like, realistically, like, kids at home, don't fight Atma 7 times. But I'm not gonna come on restream and just like wimp out. I knew I could beat it eventually, so that's what I ended up doing. But yeah, so that was rough. It was funny because my offense is like a Pearl Lance and ice spells or whatever, and it's like everything I came up against was, nope, can't jump with Mog again, or can't do this, or can't do that, and it was just like, yeah, oh my god, this seed.
Yeah, I kept looking up, and you were just still in Magitech, and then I looked down at the Schwatz. He's like having a breezy time fighting Tunnel Armor and Dataluma, and I look up at you, and you're just still in Magitech. It was pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, like, it wasn't a tough seed once it broke out of that. Like, if I had taken another path, or if I'd done the actual smart thing and seen Atma there and been like, this is kind of hard, let's leave Magitech and go somewhere else. That's like 20 minutes off the seed. There was
temptation to donate to get you to go to Auction House because it had 2 Illuminas.
Ooh. That would have been great at the start when I had that Illumina with no one who could use it.
Yeah, I think it was 1 Illumina for the objective, and then the first item was an Illumina, and the second one, I think was a Ragnarok. So all of the swords are in the auction house.
There was a hero ring. I picked.
Oh, that was the $50,000 item.
Yeah.
So you had a hero ring and an Illumina and a Ragnarok.
The Ragnarok came from the weapon shop. I opted to grab the Ragnarok over the Esper.
Oh, see, yeah, I picked the Esper.
I forgot that multi-summon was on for most of the seed. So...
Oh, I forgot about that one too. That would have made my life easier.
I killed, to be fair, I killed 10 hits so fast that I had it queued up, but it didn't go off, or Fenrir didn't go off until after I had already gotten the 10 hits, so that was a nice waste of time.
Well, there's a while where, like, Bahamut offense would have worked really well for me. Like, I kind of picked that up later than I should have in terms of realizing I could be doing it. So that would have helped, I think, if I'd done that a little bit earlier. But, yeah, it was really just the M-Tech. The rest of the seed was basically a breeze. It was kind of a tough start, actually. Like, I'd be lying if I said it was an easy start. I got that economizer, and I was like, oh, you know, if we can grind out, like, that Bolt 3 with an economizer, Mog's got decent magic, like, that's actually a pretty good start here. And it was a ×1, never came, kept having people dying during the fights, just wasn't working out.
Excellent. Yeah, just one last thing that you didn't maybe catch with the flags was undead bosses were on.
Definitely did not, as you saw me swinging away at Haydn in the
it's like
tower
eat a Grand Train there.
Yeah, luckily I was level 1,000,000 because I'd been fighting stuff all seed, so it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, that was fun. Good to know. Good to know. Thanks. I guess I should read the flags a little more closely.
Absolutely. So we're gonna head into final thoughts from our runners, starting with our winner Jax. You have any final thoughts going into this?
Absolutely. So, again, thanks for having me here on SpeedGaming Twitch. Thank you, Restream team. Thank you for the race. Anybody who is interested in learning Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide Randomizer, go to ff6worldscollide.com. There is a link to our Discord. We have a wonderful community. We would love to have you. We got lots of people that would, glad to help you out, learn the routing, learn the different strats that we use, and all that fun stuff. Also give our Restream team a follow. Same thing with our racers. GG's, and thanks for tuning in.
Well said. Schwantz, you got anything for us?
Yeah, just to echo what Jex Rock said again, thank you to my fellow racers for putting on the show. We can't have, the broadcast without people to race. Can't have the broadcast without staff to volunteer to do it as well. We are entering into our Ultros League Season 4, so we will probably be broadcasting matches here every week on SpeedGaming. We have a weekly slot at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so we'll probably be showcasing some races from our Ultros League competition, and later on during SG Live, we are going to be broadcasting some of the tournament matches, including the semifinals, the quarterfinals, and the finals. So be sure to stick around, and if you like what you saw, just follow what Jex Farrak said as well. Hopefully we'll see everybody out there, and again, thank you all for putting on the show. Appreciate it.
Excellent. Well said again. Thank you. And Javnator, you have any thoughts you want to share?
Well, I hope I got all that out of the way for all of the relevant leagues and tourneys. But even though that was a disaster, it was still a ton of fun, so I'll just echo what everybody else said. If you watched it and you enjoyed watching it, you'll enjoy playing it even more. And yeah, thanks to everybody who organizes these things. The community's grown a lot in the last couple of years, and being able to participate in these tournaments and restreams and stuff like that wouldn't be possible without the volunteers and the great community. So thanks everybody, appreciate it.
Absolutely. before I throw it over to Yogi at Edge, I'm going to echo some of that. I'm going to say thank you to all of our viewers as well. Everybody who donated, thank you very much for contributing to the prize pool, and thank you to Speed Gaming for putting this together. I'm super psyched for this event. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Hope all you all will be watching it with me. And with that, I'm going to throw it over to Yogi and Edge for any final thoughts. Yogi?
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun. I'm kind of newish to the whole Worlds Collide community, and I did join Ultros League. I'm in Tonic League, but I guess you got to start somewhere. But yeah, the whole thing was pretty smooth. You just start out. You go to ff6worldscollide.com and you get started there. And you can join the Discord. Everybody's really helpful and has been helping me out a lot. And it's all well organized. You can go there and find like a training seed, and there's like tutorial videos on it. It's real smooth to get started. And after that, after you get started and learn it, which is don't be intimidated by it. It's not that bad. It has a lot of depth to it. After that, there's a ton of depth to keep you interested for a long time.
All right, and just to close things out, thanks for jumping into doing commentary, Yogi. Thanks, Elastoid, for joining me as well, and thanks to the runners as well for going along with this science experiment. Appreciate all the help, and thanks to Speed Gaming for hosting us once again. Follow the runners, follow the commentators. Make sure to check out ff6worldscollide.com, and y'all have a good night.